Guys, the bot builder's back and welcome to Request Fights Fight Night. Yes, Request Fights has returned, but in a brand new way. Instead of it be having one fight per episode, we've ramped it up to the max, and we're going to give you 4 fights. 3 of them will be requests, but the last fight, the main event, will be something very special, as we have a new championship on the line called the Ultimate Challenge. Yes, that is right. Each request fight will end with the Ultimate Challenge winner taking on a robot, any machine, based on your vote. But considering this is the very first request fight night, we don't even have an Ultimate Challenge winner yet. But before we get into that, as all be revealed later on, let's just jump right into it by showing you our fight card. Oh yes, Request Fights Fight Night is bound to be one awesome show. And here is the fight cards. Our first fight of the evening will be Untitled 6 taking on Eruption and Apollo, which was requested by That Builder Boy. We will then have a right old tag team affair as the BattleBots team up of Blue and P1 will be taking on the Account Mayhem rivals, now turned allies it seems, of Subatomic and Rapture, which was requested by Hexbug Heroes. Then in our next fight we see the return of both Eruption and Apollo as they take on the Series 5 champions, Razer, which was requested by Bots and More. And the main event, to find the very first Ultimate Challenge winner, we will have a mega 6-way rumble between 6 different robot combat champions in a no time limit last robot standing rumble. So now that we've got that out of the way and we know how the fight card looks, let's just hop right into it with our first fight, which will be Untitled 6, Eruption and Apollo. Iron Ore 6. Iron Ore 6, one of the many variations of the Iron Ore series, armed with an incredibly powerful flipper. We've seen this machine appear quite a few times in request fights already. They won their first one, but they didn't quite win the second one. They're able to do well here, though. They do have a very strong flipper. Eruption. Here is Eruption, the reigning Robot Wars champions as of now, and probably forever, until Extreme Robots gets the rights to Robot Wars again. Armed with an incredibly powerful flipper as well. We do have 3 very awesome flippers in this fight. They've done alright in Robot Wars Omega, made it to the Grand Finals in Series 1. They are seeded for Series 2 as well, seeded 7. Should be interesting to see how they do here. Apollo. And from one reboot champion to another, here is Apollo, the Series 8 champions, armed with a launcher. They are a very powerful machine. Robot Wars Omega Grand Finalists, seeded 5, I believe, for Robot Wars Omega Series 2. However, they are getting very old, and the team say they will be replacing it with Orion after Series 2. But Apollo are here once again in request fights, hoping to show that the old dog maybe still has a few more tricks up its sleeve. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZs, with a new format, will we have some new house robots? Of course not! It's just Virus and Rhino again. Yeah, a combination of an angry dickhead and a drunk idiot. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1... Activate! Oh yes, it's Request Fight Night! Man, I'm so glad to be doing this in this new format. We should be able to get in a lot more request fights done. And already, Eruption going after Iron Ore 6. Iron Ore 6 has been flipped up and over, but Apollo coming in with a good flip. Now, Apollo, they may want to redeem themselves. They have been getting very old, but look at that! That was an incredibly powerful flip, wasn't there? For Apollo, flipping Iron Ore 6 up and over. Now, both Eruption and Apollo are getting 2 fights, actually. Both of them will be fighting Razer later on this episode, so they don't want to suffer too much damage. Iron Ore 6 are on their backs, but yes, they do self-right. And now they come with a good flip in onto Apollo. Apollo getting flipped up and over, and another good strong flip in onto Iron Ore. Eruption self-right. And oh, a good strong flip right there from Iron in onto Apollo. I'm impressed with Apollo. Eruption, they've been struggling so far. But now they come with a good flip. Iron 6 very nearly went down the pit just then. But they do self-right, and now they're coming with a good strong flip. They'll once again in onto Eruption, and again. Meanwhile, in comes Rhino, coming with a good slam. This is already a very fast-paced battle right here from all the flippers, and Eruption are out the arena. Well, Eruption are gone, so that just leaves both Iron Ore and Apollo coming with a good strong flip here. Oh man, imagine if Iron Ore's flipper did work in the Rumble. We could have seen Eruption gone. And Apollo coming with a good strong flip though, in onto Iron Ore 6. And coming with another good flip, but Iron Ore 6 coming with another good strong flip. And again, Apollo are in trouble being flipped around. They started off very strongly here. And coming with another very powerful flip. And again. Nice to see Apollo doing so well. As I said, they are a very old machine. In comes Rhino. Coming with another good slam, but Iron Ore 6 flipping over Rhino. But their back was turned. And Apollo took advantage. Flipping them up and over. And oh no. Oh, the Apollo team always known for taking on the house robots. And they just flipped Rhino out the arena. And are they going to do the same to Virus, I wonder? No, of course not. Virus may be drunk and stupid, but that doesn't mean he's not deadly. And Apollo. Virus is going to get revenge on Apollo for taking out his friend. Down the pit you go. But either way, they get the victory. Oh, and they self-right out the pit. That isn't allowed, Apollo. You might have won, but the pit rules still apply. Get back in there. Yeah. Cease. Wow, what a chaotic fight. I was talking about how old and outdated Apollo were. Well, they just proved me wrong. They just flipped Iron Ore out the arena. And they get a victory. Wow. I would like to say thank you for requesting that fight, that Builder Boy. And well done to Apollo. They win. Blue and P1. A very interesting tag team pairing this is of Blue and P1. They both are BattleBots veterans. Well, BattleBots veterans because with Blue with Shatter and P1 with P1. P1 do have the low front and front hinge flipper, whereas Blue are armed with the big pink hammer of doom. So who knows? Maybe P1 can flip some robots over and P1 hammer the underbelly. Who knows? Rapture, NG, and Subatomic version 3. Probably one of the strangest pairings. They really are the 101 and King Buxton of the account Mayhem, aren't they? Starting off as enemies, but now they've teamed up. Obviously, we have Subatomic armed with their basically the barbershop quartet of fan-made Robot Wars, with Neutrino with the front hinge flipper, Photon with the flipper, attacking with the wedge, and Chargino doing its Valkyrie impression. Whereas Rapture NG have a very big front hinge flipper and the minibot Corruption to hopefully get in the way. It's a very interesting pairing, but these two don't seem to get along. Who knows what will happen here? And as is normal for tag team clashes, there won't be any house robots. The corners will be taken up by the other teammates. And remember, you have to tag your teammates for them to come out. We'll be watching for foul play. P1 and Blue and Rapture and Subatomic. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Should be interesting. This the first ever tag team clash in the new arena. And already Rapture coming with a good flipping onto P1, flipping them up and over. And now that's a very good start from Rapture. Oh, it's the front hinge flippers who are starting out. P1 being flipped up and over, but now they're going to try and come in onto Corruption. Corruption being flipped up and over. Rapture trying to push P1. Trying to force them to tag on Blue, but now Blue do come out. P1, I think they just find that they're struggling here against Rapture, and Rapture obviously didn't do as well as we hoped in the account Mayhem, but hopefully they're trying to fight for a chance for redemption here in Request Fight Night. And now and Blue trying to bring down that big pink hammer, although swinging a miss, and Rapture flipping Blue up and over. Blue, they can self-right using the hammer, although Rapture are currently doing very well here, trying to keep Blue, trying to basically try and force them to make the tag, it seems. Corruption coming in with a flip right here. And Rapture now flipping Blue up and over. Blue on their side. And they're in trouble. And now they're going to tag in on Subatomic. Maybe to try and outnumber them. And now, and then it comes Photon coming with a good flip right here in onto Blue. And look at this, they're all ganging up on them. And are they going to try and do the where they all go on top of each other? Yes, they are. And we can actually see it this time. Chogino's not actually doing anything. But look at this. Oh, no, they couldn't quite do it. They couldn't quite do it. Blue, they are struggling. And they do get flipped up and over. But Chogino now coming in the undercutter spinner. And trying to shred the wheels of Blue. But Blue coming in with that big hammer right there. And another good hammer swing. But that was a big flip from there. Right there from Photon, Neutrino. They've seemingly been having issues with their side skirts, it seems. They're seemingly lifting the robot up into the air, but now they come with another good attack. Blue struggling here, and they've been flipped out of the arena. They've been flipped out of the arena by Photon, but now P1 are going to try and get Subatomic out of the arena. In comes Chogino, though, getting straight in underneath. Photon had just committed suicide. What? Wait, Neutrino, no, what are you doing? Oh my god! Wow, and P1 being flipped up and over. I guess they sacrificed themselves, I guess. But now Photon tags in onto Rapture. I think they're showing a sign of weakness now that they've lost one of their members. And it's starting the way the battle ended. With both Rapture and P1 duking it out. And Rapture trying to get P1 up and out of the arena. Can they do it before time runs out? No. Cease. They couldn't quite do it. They couldn't quite get P1 out. But either way, it does go to the judges. And the judges have made their decision. And they've said because of the elimination of Blue, they've given it to the team of Subatomic version 3 and Rapture NG. So they really are the King Buxton 101 of the account Mayhem as well. They just won a tag team fight. I wonder how long this friendship will last. But that was a very good battle. And a good way to start off one of the tag team matches in the new arena. And I'd like to say thank you for requesting this fight, Hexbug Heroes. So let's move on to our penultimate fight before the main event. Razer. Oh yes, here they are, Razer. Once one of the greatest robots of all time, and now they're basically just your granddad who's attempting to be cool and failing horribly. Nah, that's kind of harsh on Razer. They are an absolute legend of the sport. Got an incredibly low wedge with a still pretty scary crushing arm. However, they are a very old machine. Can they relive their glory days of Series 5? I doubt it. Apollo. We already saw these guys, and, well, they just won their request fight, which was very impressive. They are still an old machine, but they still got some bark, but this dog has still got some bark left in it. Eruption. Eruption did struggle in that last fight, but they're hoping to do better here. They're still a pretty strong flipper. I reckon this one could do quite well. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZ, the prickly, spiky, purple Triceratops from the year something BC. It's Matilda. And please, stop abusing Growler. Please. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. So here we go, and already Razer going straight after Eruption. Maybe they see them as a threat, but Apollo flips Razer up and over, and I think that might be Razer done for. Oh no, they self-right them, and now Razer going after Apollo, bringing down the grabbing arm right there, trying to crush in onto Apollo, trying to bring down the claw, and maybe, yeah, get in there, Razer. Go on, try and deal with it. Eruption flips Razer up and over. Matilda trying to self-right Razer, perhaps. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know why you do that. Remember when they absolutely killed you, Matilda? Or Matilda, are you revealing a bit too much about yourself? Apollo, meanwhile, been flipped up and over, and Eruption so right, and now they're going to try and get Apollo out of the arena here. Now, we do have, this is sort of like a clash between the old and new. Growler comes in with a great slam in onto Razer, but Razer are back up and alive and are trying to deal with Apollo. And they're doing a lot better than I thought, I'll be honest. They do still have one of the lower wedges. And you know what? I take back what I said. I take that Grandad comment back because, well, this is your badass Grandad, not your cringy Grandad. And Apollo, meanwhile, still upside down. But now, oh no! And Razer eventually have been flipped out of the arena. That is so sad to see. They were doing so well, but eventually Apollo caught them with the flipper. And I think they're going to try and do the same with Eruption. Oh, Eruption very nearly landed in the pit just then. But Eruption are flipping Apollo back. And, well, this is a rematch, isn't it? From Series 8. So it seems that, well, the reboot champions, well, took out the Classic Wars champion. Apollo, though, still upended, trying to self-right, but Eruption are flipping them all over the arena floor. And Apollo very nearly getting flipped up and out the arena here. And Eruption being flipped up and over. Apollo chucking Eruption around. Eruption, can they self-right? Oh, Apollo and Growler comes in with another great hit, but Eruption throws Growler up and over, and it wouldn't be a fight with Growler without them being flipped over at least once. Christ, Eruption on their backs, but they do self-right in style just then! But Apollo flips them out the arena once again. Cease. Well, that was a great showing from Apollo once again. As I said, this old dog still has got some bark left in it. And we certainly did see it prove its bark by chucking Eruption and Razer out the arena. Another clean sweep for Apollo. And I would like to say thank you for the request, Bots and More. So now that we have that out of the way, let's move on to our main event, the Ultimate Challenge Rumble. Rapid. Here are Rapid, the reigning Robot Wars Omega champions, armed with the very powerful flipper and the nice shiny gold and silver. They are one of the most expensive robots as well. This machine is expected to do very well in this Mega Rumble, and they're hoping to add the Ultimate Challenge title to, well, their list of hopefully growing trophies. Chaos 2. Probably the oldest robots here. They've been competing since 1999, I like to say. They are representing the old guard though, as they've won 2 Robot Wars championships, winning Series 3 and 4, and they're hoping to win the Ultimate Challenge. They do have a very powerful flipper, however, high ground clearance could be an issue for this old legend. Shadow Cat. Representing the many fan-made Robot Wars worlds, this machine is Shadow Cat, being a Grand Slam champion. They are armed with a 180-degree lifter, and they are the ultimate spinner killer, although there aren't any spinners in this fight. But they are a decent lifter as well, and a very good pusher, so who knows? Maybe they will the cat get the cream. Storm 2. And here are the reigning Robot Wars World Champions, Storm 2. And also because some like to believe that they should have won Series 7, whereas I disagree. But they are the reigning World Champions of Robot Wars anyway. And also because I don't have Toxic 2. They do have a nice low ramming wedge right here, armed with a self-righter, which can double as a very powerful front hinge flipper. And they're also the current Robot Wars Omega Tag Team Champions. So, watch out for these guys. They could do well. They're also seeded for Series 2. Spectre. And going overseas to the land of China, we have Spectre, which, despite not being a Chinese machine, is representing all the Chinese robot combat shows, as they won King of Bots Season 1. They're armed with an incredibly deadly crusher, an incredibly low wedge, and they have had an incredibly good track record in Robot Wars Omega, being a grand finalist and an All-Stars runner-up. But can they become the Ultimate Challenge winner? And Bite Force. And to round it off, we have a robot that's won so many times, it's frankly kind of getting annoying. Yes, it is basically the modern day Hazard, Bite Force. This robot has won BattleBots 3 times, and they're also a former US champion, and you can see why. This is the one that they won with in 2015 with the 180-degree grappling weapon. They're very quick and nimble around the arena floor. They haven't had the best success in Robot Wars Omega though as of late, but who knows? Maybe they could get their mojo back and become the Ultimate Challenge winner. Oh, look at this. A 6-way rumble. This is bound to be an awesome fight. Now, look at this. We have Rapid, the Robot Wars Omega champions. Shadowcat, the Grand Slam champions by World of Woodrow. Storm 2, the Third World champions. Bite Force, the BattleBots champions. Spectre, the King of Bots champion. And Chaos 2, the Series 3 and 4 champions. Now, before I get into it, rules of how rumbles work are often quite confusing, so let me explain how this will work. So, there's going to be no time limit in this fight, and there obviously, as you can see here, there are going to be no house robots, and the fight won't end until there's one robot left standing. You can get eliminated via being flipped out of the arena, pushed down the pit, or if you're considered immobilized for too long, you'll be considered out as well. The hazards will be active, and yeah, as I said, last robot standing. So now that we got that out of the way, let's find our first Ultimate Challenge winner. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go, and already Chaos 2 goes straight after Bite Force, but Spectre trying to go after that CO2 canister at the back. Now, honestly, if I were to say the favourites are, I'd have to go for Rapid. They are the Robot Wars Omega champions, but Spectre trying to bring in that crushing arm in onto Rapid, and are trying to, well, do some horrible damage, it seems. Chaos 2 going after Bite Force, flipping him up and over. Storm 2 going after Shadowcat. That is a Grand Slam rematch right there. Spectre trying to bring down the crushing beak in onto Rapid. The two expensive machines going at it, and Spectre bringing down the grabbing arm in onto Rapid. These two have never fought before, and it seems, well, all the robots are going after each other. The Toys, Chaos 2 and Bite Force tackling it out, and the multiple-time winners, the Robot Wars Omega veterans / well, expensive boys in Rapid and Spectre duking it out. And of course we have Shadowcat and Storm 2 trying to, well, in a Grand Slam rematch, and Storm 2 already slamming Shadowcat about. If I were to say the weakest are, I'd probably say Bite Force. They do have a high ground clearance. All that Chaos 2 is certainly taken advantage of, but now they're trying to come with a good lift up right there and onto Chaos 2, but Chaos 2 coming with a good flip. Spectre still trying to bring in that grabbing arm. They really want to puncture that armament of Rapid, and now they punctured a hole right through, but they couldn't really do much with it. Spectre's claw seems to be having they seem to have suffered a bit of damage. I don't know where that's from, probably from an off-air fight perhaps, but they are still trying to bring that spike in onto Rapid. Chaos 2 meanwhile trying to flip Bite Force up and over, and Bite Force being flipped up and over. Rapid though managing to flip Spectre away meanwhile. Storm 2 coming in a good ram right there, and now they've got a good push right here and onto Rapid, and Rapid now going off. No, Bite Force, oh my god, I'm messing up all my words right here in a minute, and all the robots seem to be ganging up on the Robot Wars Omega Series 1 champions. Now, and look at this, Spectre lifting up Rapid, and Rapid, can they self-right? Yes. Although one of Spectre's claws seems to be a bit bent. Don't know how that's happened. Chaos 2 flipping Shadowcat up and over. Shadowcat's been the most quiet out of the lot, but they're lifting up Storm 2. Bite Force lifting up Shadowcat, and they're going to try and come in with a good 180-degree lift. That was a good attack right there. Shadowcat self-right though, and now Bite Force trying to come with a good attack. Shadowcat, can they self-right? Yes. And now Spectre going after Storm 2, and they're puncturing the underbelly right here, it seems. And they punctured a hole right through Storm 2. And Storm 2 seem to be in trouble, but Rapid flipping up and over both Spectre and Storm 2. And could these two be the first to go out? Oh no, I'm not too sure. Chaos 2 coming with a good flipping onto Bite Force. Bite Force very nearly went down the pit, but Shadowcat pushes Bite Force down. And Bite Force are the first machine to go. Yeah, so that means the BattleBots champion won't be the Ultimate Challenge champion. Spectre and Storm 2 still fighting. Spectre's got a great grapple right there onto Storm 2. Look at that. The underbelly of Storm 2 punctured. Chaos 2, meanwhile, and is struggling here. Shadowcat are dominating Chaos 2 here, it seems. Chaos 2 then flipping Shadowcat up and over, and Shadowcat are upended, and Shadowcat are gone. So that leaves 4 machines remaining, and Storm 2 coming in a great ram right there onto Chaos 2. This is incredible stuff right here. I think Spectre, one of their claws, is having issues right now, right here it seems. They may need to get a different claw after this, a new spike, but they are still fighting strongly here, and they're trying to crush the back of Chaos 2. Storm 2 pushing Rapid back, trying to get that ramming power in underneath. Rapid being rammed, and Storm 2. Oh, if Bifles weren't in the pit, they would have gone down, but instead it's Storm 2 who goes out. And now it's Spectre. So that means it's now down to the 2 flippers, it seems, of Chaos 2 and Rapid. And it is going to be very interesting to see. Will it be the Robot Wars Omega Series 1 champions or the 2-time Robot Wars champion winning the Ultimate Challenge? Well, Rapid have been very impressive so far, but don't forget, so has Chaos 2. And Rapid, they do struggle against flippers sometimes. They have lost to robots before, like Apollo and Eruption. They've always lost their fights via out the arena flips, and Chaos 2 now seem to be struggling here. Chaos 2, can they go back up? Yes. Oh, for a second I thought they ran out of CO2. This is a request fight rematch, and Chaos 2 seem to be on their backs, and I think they might have done. I think they may have run out of CO2. They're struggling to self-right because of the arena wall, and I think they are running out of CO2 now, perhaps. And I think, yeah, they're struggling. No, they do get back up. Oh, but is that? The judges say they're still in. The judges say that they're still in, so the fight continues. But they've been flipped up and over once again. They've been flipped up once again, and they're stuck up against the arena wall. Can they get back up? I think Rapid is struggling as well, suffering from the wear and tear. But Chaos 2 are on their side. Can they get back up from there? Can they get back up just in general? Can they? The wall is getting in their way. And Rapid flipping Chaos 2 up. This is an incredibly good fight right now. Right here, it seems. And Chaos 2 stuck up on their backs. They can't self-right. And Rapid have pushed Chaos 2 down the pit. Wow. Oh, Rapid. They do look a bit battered, I'm going to be honest right here. But they are the victors. Cease. Wow. What an incredible fight that was. One of the best, I think. Rapid, though, they do win this Rumble, this Battle of Champions. Oh, my God. In absolutely fantastic style as well. Chaos 2, Bite Force pitted. Shadowcat, Storm 2 and Spectre, meanwhile, are out the arena. Rapid, I think they were quite lucky. If Bite Force weren't in the pit, I think they would have gone down when Storm 2 got in with that good ram, but that's the way it is. And Rapid are the winners, and they are the Ultimate Challenge champions, so that's another trophy they can add to their name. Chaos 2, they came very close. They did very well in that, but it just wasn't enough. And Rapid are the winners. Now, obviously, the Ultimate Challenge fights aren't requested by anybody. It's just so, well, I mean, we can have a champion, I guess. And Rapid will become the first Ultimate Challenge champion. And hopefully, there will be, by the time this video comes out, or by the time it premieres, there will be a poll in a pinned comments. If it isn't up by then, just keep refreshing it until it is. That will have the voting for the next fight. No, I'll have the voting. There'll be 3 different robots that I choose, and you get to vote. Which one of those 3 do you want to see take on Rapid in the main event of the next Request Fight Night? And yeah, so go check that out. And until next time, the Bot Builder, out. So Rapid has just became the first Ultimate Challenge winner, but who will we take on in the next episode of Request Fight Night? Will it be Bearmoth, the long-lasting, battle-hardened veteran? Aftershock, the Robot Rumble winner, or Turbo, the revised pre-series champion who are hoping to make a name for themselves yet again. You decide which one of these three machines will take on Rapid next time in Request Fights Fight Night for the Ultimate Challenge, for the Ultimate Challenge title match. Voting will close on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Voting is closed tomorrow at 5 p.m. And until next time, the Bot Builder out.